Hello, my lovely collective. Let's get you a message. Let's see what it is that you need to know or hear. Please do mind my sniffles. I do have a little bit of a cold. I'm going to get some energies from this oracle deck. If this resonates, stick around, and if it doesn't, scroll away. That's all good. Okay, we've got keep going. I feel like some of you feel like you're on a treadmill, that it's just never ending. Your energy is like, when am I going to get my answer? When is this going to come to a head? Okay, don't stop almost there. It's kind of like keep on there. You feel like you're on there. You feel like you're burnt out a little bit from this journey. Okay, let's see what else is here. Exercise. You still, like I said, treadmill. Hello. We said workout, fitness, lifestyle change. So for a lot of you, this might be something about your appearance or that you're working on yourself. I do feel like for some of you, this is working in all aspects of yourself, physical, mental, all sorts of things. We've got soulmate. Like I said, I feel like you're working on your mental, on your love life. There's a lot of indication. You've got strong connection, romance, and friendship. A lot of you are radically changing the way that you kind of view yourself mentally. You're also maybe changing yourself physically. You're changing yourself mentally, and you're kind of feeling a little bit like, when am I going to get the outcome of my efforts here? Passion, right? We've got desire, heat, attraction, and chemistry, and let go. So a lot of you are kind of trying to find when is this coming in? You're kind of looking to this message today, I feel like, for a little bit of a pep in your step, and a kind of like, am I in the right direction? Is this going to am I doing the right things? Is what I want coming to me? I feel like that's what's here for you in this message, and you're needing a little bit of encouragement here. Wheel of Fortune. Everything you're working on is coming in here, and you feel like you're battling, okay? But the thing is that this is a radical change in the way that you're sort of putting your energy out there. There's been kind of like a transformation. I feel like a lot of you have cocooned yourself from the world and gone into this kind of like almost hermit mode, and sort of started to sort of distance yourself from, friends, things that no longer serve you. And there's been this massive kind of like hibernation period where you've kind of started to really question every aspect of your life, and now you've started to sort of implement this, and you were kind of hoping to see a bit more already in receiving the outcomes of your desires, right, of what you've been putting in. And it's kind of like, yes, you are going to get that completion in this cycle with the World card. You need to keep that faith that you are on this for the long haul. See, a lot of you have got this view of like, we live in what I call, I've probably said this a million times in readings, and I do say we live in a microwave society. We want everything ready in 2 minutes, right? We think something, then we want it. We do something, then we expect everything to sort of click our fingers and be at our fingertips, okay? But the thing is that why did you set out on this journey in the first place? Why did you start doing what it is that you want? Did you do this just to get what it is that you want and then fall back into who you were and go back to your old patterns? Because a lot of you are kind of doing this short-term gain thing. And I don't feel like that's who you want to be anymore. You've fundamentally stepped into this journey to essentially change who you are being. Change your lifestyle. Change your image. Change your mindset. Change your energetic body. Change the way you present in the world. Change the way your appearance looks. Okay? And I know this for a fact. Like, I started mentally because I know this journey very well. Like, I'm still on this journey, and it's been a couple of years for me, but I realized for me that I had to start with the emotional because it was stopping the physical, right? So I started with the emotional problems that caused me to do the things that kept me causing to overeat and do things that I shouldn't be doing or shut down. So a lot of you are going on this journey expecting a quick result. And that's the thing. Why did you shut down, or why didn't things work out for you in the past? Is because that short-term reward for quick gain never worked in the past, and you're kind of falling back into that you're starting to wobble back into those old patterns, and you're not realizing it because your mindset's doing that. It's trying to slip you back into, where is it? I need a result. I need to know I'm on the right track. How come you can't just keep staying the course, right? That's where your consistency, your stability is the issue. Because you start to waver when things aren't coming in as quickly as you'd like them. You start to question yourself. This is where the work is. You're changing that about yourself. And this is another thing. You are on the right track. Okay, but you need to start to stop seeing it as a quick fix, as a quick result, well, I've done all the work already. Why don't I get this? You've got to start to see the little things, right? It's the little wins. And it's almost like that saying, like footprints. Like, you don't realize how long you've, traveled until you look at all the steps that you took. And, you look back and there's a million footprints that took you down this path, and you're looking further into the distance before realizing that you've made steps in the right direction. And this is where you fall off the wagon. So you don't actually realize it, but your patterning's trying to come back in and pull you back. This whole, I need an answer, I need to see results, it's your old patterning trying to come in and pull you back into, well, I need to know that I'm doing the right thing. Why isn't it happening? That's the control freak. That's the old patterning trying to slip back in, because it's at a set default point that it's known for however many years you've been roaming this planet. And that's the mental capacity thing that I'm trying to tell you about, because it's not, a lot of you will go into the physical trying to fix your physicality, right? But the thing is that everything's interconnected, the mind the body and the spirit, it's all one, right? And you don't realize that those little subtle things that your brain starts to throw out at you, it's trying to pull you back to your past default settings. You need to get stronger, okay? This is where this keep going card comes in. You start to doubt yourself here with this Empress card. And the thing is, the Empress is the feminine energy of receiving, okay? She's a queen. She's a queen of queens. She's someone that is, this is what you're working towards. You're working towards receiving what it is that you want. Okay, so you are receiving it. You're not quite there yet. Doesn't mean you're not getting it. You're taking this journey in steps, and slowly things will, slowly or quickly, however quickly you decide to step on board this energetic journey that you're on. But you're fighting yourself, not realizing that, hey, I need the answer. I need the outcome. See, you're fighting, that control freak is actually fighting the new identity, the new version of you that you're trying to implement. You're arguing with yourself essentially, okay? But you're thinking like I need answers, right? You are on the right path here. You're like Wheel of Fortune, Sun card. You have not ever learnt to allow yourself to feel happiness, to feel peace, to feel like there's no guilt or shame or that you're asking for too much. You're essentially learning to free yourself, right? And it doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel like, this is why you're consistently doubting yourself, because you have been torn down so much in your life, or doubted, or people have like never given you the ability to feel seen or heard or take up space. And now you're starting to feel like, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. That maybe they were right. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, I'm not getting results. All those voices you're hearing in your head, they're not yours. They were either things that you put in your head because people or things or situations beat you down to feel that way. And they're starting to talk to you, but you're not the one that's talking to you. The new one that's talking to you is, hey, you're starting to feel good. Hey, you actually deserve this. Hey, you're amazing. Keep going. Trust yourself. Love yourself. Take up space. Don't worry who falls away. Don't worry who doubts you. Right? But it's all an inside game. Because the outside world, there's always going to be things that oppose you. Not everything's going to show up 100% all the time quickly. Okay? So this is learning to trust and keep going, and to trust that it will get easier and things will come with ease when you start to let go. Right? This is about you working on your stability. Right? This is about you really starting to work on your stability and letting go. Right? This is the lesson. You're learning that stability is normal. What you want is okay. Not to fear that. But see, a lot of you are feeling really, really selfish in this energy. And that's something this is a lesson that you're learning in this journey. Okay, so don't fear this. You're on the right track. You're doing really well. And trust yourself. If you want me to read for you, I would love to read for you. The links are in my bio. Bless. Book a reading with me. Otherwise,